Now, let me share, let me start with the curriculum that we
Okay.
will be going to discuss throughout the training and which one is more relevant to your work. Of course, we will talk about each and everything. It's not like we are going to skip anything.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, there are a few things that you should focus more because your role demands that. Other things, if you don't even practice, that's still fine. Like you have to understand the entire introduction of the LMS, which we'll do, how the user work, how the inside the sheet, how it will work, point introduction, everything. So these are the terminology that I'll explain you later.
Mm-hmm.
Then we will see how to manage the learning as the name says, that you will have to create lots of items, learning items, schedule, training, classes, agenda, everything you have to define in the system. Now, all these are somewhere interconnected. If I create a schedule offering, it will be connected to item somewhere. The request will be there, enrollment status, everything is somewhere entangled with each other. Okay, which
Okay.
we'll see. Then we go to role and security, which is very important, wherein you will show that who can do what. I can go into the system. I can also visit the LMS learning portal. But as a normal user, I should not have access to create or delete anything, right? But as an admin, you should have all the access. And if there are no, as a HRIS admin, you should have actually all the access to create, maintain, and do everything from the backend. How
Mm-hmm.
does system differentiate it? You will need it a lot because I'm sure wherever you're working, there are not only teams divided based on roles, but geography as well. Sorry. Right. Region, based on region, they are also divided. If your company is live in different countries, then of course the region, geographical area, their role, VP, everything will segregate each and every data.
Agree.
Okay. Then we will have our curriculum management, how you actually define your curriculum, what all you're going to learn in this session. You created a learning session for, let's say, SAP module, any one of the module, what all you're going to learn in this curriculum, how much time will it take, who are your trainers, what are the times, what are the links that you will be using to enroll yourself. Yeah, criteria, everything will be there. Sorry. Then content management, how you write a content for that. Then we have this is typically technical part, very technical.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly, most of the SAP guys does that, but we will also see that. At least we will have some glimpse so that when you go and manage the entire process, and let's say you have some consultants coming over to your organization to actually implement it or set up few things, you
Mm-hmm.
know the basics, so that they
Yes.
can't fool you. That okay, this can't be done. Yeah, it happens.
Yep.
I mean, I'll be very honest with you. They will say this can't be done, this can be done, but if you don't know the details, at least you know the basics so that you can talk with them. Okay, boss, this is what I need, and this
Mm-hmm.
is what I know that can be done. Right? Then
Yep.
system administration, the entire data configuration, general setting, we are already covering it. How to set up the notification and how to trigger that to different users. There will be a commercial part which you won't use that much as an admin, but as a process manager or maybe HR learning management, you
Yep.
will be using it. That how much a particular training will cost, how much budget should be allocated to this particular team, things like that.
Oh, I like
And at
this.
the end,
Yeah.
yeah, because of course budgeting things you have to keep in mind. Then we will have our module 10, which is evaluation of survey, which is very important. These days we are working on Qualtrics to get surveys, I mean the feedback. But evaluation in LMS can be done through different surveys. I want to set up a survey so the moment you completed your training, you can give your feedback, and we see how useful that was.
Yep.
We will set up that survey.
Okay, great. This was one of the areas I was looking into it because some of them they're still
Yeah,
using Survey Monkey, but I was thinking since the LMS has this function, we should make use of it.
yeah, of course. And
Yep.
this is good. I won't say the best one in the market, but at least good. Because if you go into the market, you will see in cloud market, after Cornerstone, SAP Learning is one of the best providers,
Oh,
best features they
fantastic.
have. Have you worked on Cornerstone?
So, no, not yet. I have not worked with Cornerstone before.
It's very good tool as well. But
Oh,
yeah, SAP Learning Hub, because learning management is very good. Reason being, other all modules can be integrated with it, especially Employee Central. So that's what I was thinking. When I have this restored, this SAP access, I get it from the support team. I will actually start from Employee Central,
okay.
not in detail, but I'll show you the backend, how actually employees data is created, how this is going to be integrated with LMS.
Oh, that's good.
How you, yeah. So right? Let's say you're using Employee Central. Your data is created in Employee Central because that is the
Correct.
master. How does system know in LMS that okay, this person will, because these are two different system altogether. LMS is not something that is on SAP's platform right now.
Mhm.
So how you integrate it. So you will get to know a little about the integration as well. Also, how these systems are, fetching details from one another. Okay.
So can I ask, so which means the employee central, so if once our information are inside, actually part of it will be, take for example, the payroll, the department, all this information should tie in into the LMS also, right? So which means when I do a report, all this information could be auto-generated, so I can do billings or so-called cross-charge to other departments.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So
that'd be
first of
fantastic.
first of all, what you have to do, you have to, of course, integrate it. That I create someone in Employee Central, their data is fetched in the LMS automatically. I complete a training in LMS that is already also updated in Employee Central that this person has completed this training,
Oh, cool.
right?
Okay, great. Yeah.
So that one person should not be repeating any particular training again and again,
Mhm. Makes
right?
sense. Yeah, correct. This is a good
We'll
one.
do that. We'll do that. All. Don't worry. Now, to start with, I'm going to share a few documents after this class with support team. They will forward it to you.
Okay.
How this will look like? I will mark everything in that email, and I'll ask them to share it with you. For next 2 days, what I mean today and tomorrow, what you have to go through in the system, because
Mhm.
that is what we're going to see in the system on Wednesday once we have the system restored.
Okay.
Yeah. But before that, I'll give you a little glimpse of the system, how the backend looks like. This is LMS. When we want to set up the classes, what all topics do we need to cover in this? We need to cover the classes, how to create it. When you set up a class, you need to provide a time slot. When will that class will be held, right?
Mhm.
For that, you have to create a registration tool, registration part, how to register for it. If in future I want to do repetitive classes, how would I do that? I can copy that class. How would I see the history and recording of the learning? And how to do the class management in extras. All these things are a small part, I would say everything, small part of these classes training. So when we talk about classes, we will cover each and everything. Now, in the backend, you will see there are some terminology that we will be using again and again. What I did, I took these terminologies for you. I will share these documents at the end with you so that you can keep it for your reference. Like, what are classes? These are nothing but an item that has been scheduled and placed on the training calendar with a start and end date. Start date and start time, sorry. You're getting me, right? What are classes? If somebody asks you, why I'm showing you this? Because if you want to go for the certification, there can be some questions like that.
Oh, okay. Oh, so if I attend this class, I can go for certification. That's cool.
Yeah, I'll tell you how to do that. Don't worry. I'll
Oh,
share some questionnaires with you at the end so that you can keep it for your reference. If you want, you can practice and go for the certification.
mhm.
Now, what are resource blocks? Where do you get all the resources? Time slot resources. See, there is this resource block and there is a resources. So these are different.
Oh,
Yeah. Then cohort, what is that? A group of users who are interact as a group and perhaps complete a series of scheduled training requirements. So I said, okay, there is a team, SAP team, I can say in HR. They have to have that training on SAP because we are going live with SAP. So those people we can be called as cohort.
Okay, got it.
Structure, facilities, location, equipment, material. Why I'm showing this? Because you will be using this again and again, repetitively, all the time. So you should be very aware and clear about these terminologies.
Okay.
Then, as I said, and then don't worry about it. We are just looking at it. When we do in the system, everything we will redo with examples. I'm just showing you this part. In learning a role, what all roles we will be covering in LMS, we will have a learner role. So as a normal user, I'm assigned with the training. So I'll be called as learner. I have to go and complete that training. Okay. Then
Okay.
external learners, like let's say you are a training institute, or maybe your company has a tie-up with somebody else, and you're doing this training, collectively. So those people who are coming from outside, they will be called as external learners.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe you have vendors, you have concurrent employments. Sorry, these uh, contract workers. You don't get their employee IDs. You don't create their employee IDs. What would you do? Uh, you just provide them training so that they can work on your system. Then you
Okay.
will have a manager's role. Then you will have an instructor role, who is the trainer. L&D COE, you will be this person, I think, going forward. You will be center of excellence for this learning. So
True. Correct.
strategy, learning need, yeah, analytic approach, all these things, how they do it. Then curriculum owner, I want to give you a training on a learning and management. So I am the owner of this entire curriculum. What all I'm going to show you, just like that. A training SME, somebody who's very good with the system. You will be that once you learn about LMS. Probably you will be going and giving trainings to different people because you are the subject matter expert.
Correct. Yeah.
Then HRSS is nothing but shared services. I'm sure you must be using, your company must be using it. The shared services team who will be working on daily tickets. That if somebody has any issue, they will look into it. The first layer of the ticketing tool. Load new content and create new items, platform COE, vendors, and procurement. All these roles will be there or will have some action to do when you learn and work on learning management. Yeah.
Yep.
And then again, key terminologies: employee, user, manager, instructor. What is this? Mostly from admin side, these are the users you will be using. When I say employee or user, it includes everyone who is going for that training. I can be manager, but I might also have to complete some trainings, right? So I
Yes.
am the user or employee right now. It doesn't matter what my role is. I am the learner right now. Then I am a manager. I will assign some trainings to my team, direct team, that okay, we are working on SAP now. You guys have to learn about SAP. So this is something as a manager I'm assigning to my team. I can do that.
Okay.
As an
Even this.
instructor, what all I can do, right? What all I will have access to, what all I can show you in the system, and then comes the admin.
Okay.
You will
That's
have
my
a
role. Yeah. I think that's my role is as admin. Yeah.
correct. But once you start with admin, you should actually know about all of them because you will be helping them with the system. That
Correct.
okay, manager says, okay, see, Jenny, I can't access this training. I can't you access this particular URL. So as an admin, you will go and see why this is not available for manager's role, and then of course you will do all the rest things that are needed. Okay. Then again, we will have the entire list of this. What I'll do, of course, after this class, I'll share this document with you so that you can just have a look, so that you have fair idea that when I say tomorrow that content object, what does that mean? All you
Okay.
have to do is just follow the instruction in the
Okay.
system, right? In the exercise, you will be assigned resource to time slot.
Oh,
Click on learning activities. So when you log into your system, there will be an option called learning activities.
yes.
System says click on it. You click on it. Then you will, it says click on classes. There will be a lot of options. Can you see under learning activities,
Yes.
classes? Then enter the date, the data, everything. So step by step, all the screenshots are there. You can keep it for your reference and also you can keep on practicing on it. So the moment we complete our class and you do this assignment, you will be able to complete one part which is called as add time slots in class. How to add time slots in class,
Mhm. Can I
right?
just okay, right.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Yep. So because I saw the part of add instructor, so there is also a part that we can delete instructor, right?
Yeah, yeah, you can, yeah.
Okay. But if I
Everything will be there.
oh, but is interlink will there be an interlink example if I delete an instructor now in the so-called in the production, will it affect the rest of the items that's being created or classes
Of
being
course,
created? Will it affect
of
those
course.
that's being oh they'll
Yeah, of course, there will be a repercussion for everything whenever you delete. Like, I have a training I
oh
completed,
mhm,
and you go all of a sudden you deleted that training.
mm,
It will impact my data, right? It doesn't matter
ah
why it was deleted, but if anyhow I invested, let's say 3, 4 hours, that is a loss for me. I have a certification, that is a loss for me. So we will see what are the repercussions, why we should not delete, but
mm,
deactivate something.
okay, yeah,
Why
I
should
think
not? Correct?
that'd be great. I think one of the session is I want to know what happened if I delete certain thing like I delete an instructor or I delete an item or I delete a class. What is the impact? Yeah, thank you. I will.
Of course.
Yeah,
We'll
that
do
would be
that.
great. Yep.
Correct. Because there are repercussions for all these deletions. Now we will see why you should not delete something and why you should delete actually something.
Okay. Yes, thank you.
So this is how I will be sharing a lot of screenshots with you so
Mm,
that even if I'm not there, let's say once we complete it, and of course there will be a huge amount of document and you're lost somewhere when you're working on it. You just quickly go and open that sheet or screenshot data and you just follow the instruction and you'll see, okay, this is what, and you'll definitely recall everything.